Welcome to KiwiWrite Math, Level 3 and 4, Creating Math Problems. This tutorial will show you how to use the math keys to create math problems in Levels 3 and 4. First, we'll do a quick review of the basics of creating math problems and using alternate keys. Then we'll go through all the details specific to math problems in these levels. If you would like a more step-by-step demonstration of the basics, please see our Getting Started and Alternate Keys tutorials. We will use Level 4 for this tutorial. If you want to follow along, please change to that level now. Click on the User Profile icon, select Set Math Level, and choose Level 4. Some of the math examples may be at a higher math level than you work at, but don't worry, you can follow along anyway. On Level 4, the blank key is there for you to put a copy of your favorite symbol from the lower part of the math keys closer to the number keys. This is just for convenience. Let's first do an example using some of the basic math keys. We will go over the keys with yellow and orange boxes in them in just a bit. For each new math problem you wish to enter, start by clicking on the New Problem button, or click on the Open part of the screen to create a problem. To enter symbols, click or touch the on-screen keys. Let's do an example. Click 2. Parenthesis, 3 plus 5, close parenthesis, equals. Next, click New Line, then click 2 times 8 equals 16. This is a complete math problem. To delete symbols within the problem, first move the cursor to the location you wish to delete. You can move the cursor on these levels with the right or left arrows on one line of a problem, or by clicking on a number or symbol anywhere in the problem. Next, click the Delete key, here, or press Delete on your keyboard. To insert a symbol within a problem, move the cursor to the position you want, then enter a new symbol. If you are at the end of the problem, then deleting will delete the last problem on the line. To correct mistakes, you can also undo and redo as many times as you like. If you want to have certain symbols in different lines of your math problem line up vertically, then the Tab and Tab to Equal keys can help with that. To access these keys, press down for 1 second on the space key to bring up the alternate pop-up. The second symbol in the list is the Tab key. The keyboard Tab key has the same action. The third symbol is the Tab to Equals key. The Tab to Equals key will move the cursor to the position under the last entered equals on a prior line. This will line up equal signs in problems, which is so much easier to read. The Tab key moves the cursor to the next tab setting, which is helpful for lining up some types of algebra problems. The Tab and Tab Equal keys can only be used when on the main part of the line, and not when in the middle of the symbols that we will explain next. For our next topic, we will show you how to use keys such as the fraction and exponent key. You can see that these keys have yellow or orange boxes in them. Any key with a colored box represents a symbol that contains one or two parts that need to be displayed in a special way. We call these symbols branch symbols, since the different parts are like branches to the math line. KiwiWrite needs to know when you start and when you finish these branch symbols. As an overview, you will need to click on the branch symbols before entering each part. Then click on the button with the green square, which we will call the complete key, when you are finished with a part. If you click on the button with the orange square, which we will call the swap key, then the cursor will move to the other part of a two-part symbol. Let's do a fraction example. First, click on the New Problem button. Then click on the fraction key. A fraction line will appear, and the cursor will move to the top half of the fraction. Next, enter a top numerator value. Then click the green square complete key. Now enter the bottom denominator value, and click the green square button again. The cursor will return to the middle of the line. If you expect to be entering just one digit or symbol per part for most of your work, KiwiWrite has a shortcut to make this faster. This key, when clicked, toggles between showing one or two yellow boxes. When there are two boxes, multiple digits are allowed in parts of branch symbols. When there is one yellow box, then KiwiWrite will automatically advance to the next part after one digit, like this. Level 3 has the single digit per part as the default, while Level 4 has the multi-digits per part as default. If you'd like to switch the yellow box toggle, then click on it anytime, before clicking on the first branch math symbol you want it to apply to. Clicking the orange box when at the denominator will swap you back to the numerator, and vice versa. You can enter any type of symbols you want within each separate part. For example, here is what a trigonometry problem would look like. You can also enter fractions within fractions by repeating the process. Exponents and subscripts act in a similar way, but with one part. Whenever there is the letter N on a KiwiWrite key, that stands for a number or symbol you have already entered. So to enter 3 squared, first enter the 3, then click the exponent key, then enter the 2, and click the green complete button if needed. You can also enter fractions within exponents, and exponents within fractions. The e exponent will draw the e for you before giving you a space to enter the exponent. Square root symbols treat the value under the square root sign as a part. To enter a square root, click the square root key, then enter your math expression. Then click the green complete key. For long division, it's best to switch to level 2 and use the grid system to help you align the problem. If you want to use the long division symbol on levels 3 or 4, here are the instructions. Long division in these levels is actually a two-part branch symbol. To enter a division problem, first enter the divisor, then click the division symbol, and enter the dividend, like this. Next, click the green complete button. KiwiWrite will then move the cursor to the area over the division sign. If the cursor isn't aligned as needed, enter space keys until it is. Then enter the first digit of your quotient. To enter lines below the division symbol, enter a new line. KiwiWrite will skip to the bottom of the problem, only within a long division problem. Enter spaces as needed to position your digits, and click back on the quotient, followed by a right arrow to enter more digits there. To move within lines with branch symbols, you can click on any symbol or use the left and right arrow keys. These arrow keys will move through the different parts of branch symbols. The arrow keys will also show a position for the branch symbol itself. For example, the fraction symbol will be on the line near the start of the fraction. If you delete the branch symbol, it will delete all its branches. Remember, there's undo if needed. A branch symbol will also be deleted if you delete all the symbols in all of its parts. To delete a branch part completely, first delete the symbols. Then delete one more time to delete the part. To draw a line, for under an arithmetic problem, select the line symbol, and then adjust the lengths of the ends. For instructions on how to use the cross-off key, or how to add text as words or units, please see our other tutorial videos. Congratulations! You made it through the most complex video in the KiwiWrite Math series. Give yourself a high five.